what are you holding for these women who are coming? Like, what's the vision?
Oh, thank you for asking that. And so the vision for women is to be profoundly affected by love. Oh my
Mm,
gosh, it goes all the way back to that. Isn't that everything? Because these are deserving women whose partners not only want them to be happy, want to be led by them in their light. When
mm,
they're lit up and when they are able to stand and feel safe, finally allowing freedom, intimacy, joy, self expression, passion, exuberance. It goes on and up and up inside of their relationship. It changes everything. It changes the rest of their life. It changes their relationship. It changes their family, their community, their work.
right.
Um, yeah, that light is so bright. And when you talked about the world, so it's certainly for the women, and yet it's more than that because the world needs the play and the magic and the joy. The world needs relationships lit up by love because there is no dimming that once the covers are off. And so that's really my intention and my commitment, my dedication to the women who will join me in this program.
And just briefly, can you just share a little bit about your journey through this? Because it's been a bit of a dark night of the soul in your own right, where you
Mhm.
discovered this, like, why should they follow you? Your story, right? What was life like for you when you weren't connected?
Uh, Absolutely. You know, you were using general examples just a minute ago about marriages, and people, and I was right there with you. I would say I had an automatic defensiveness and resistance, even though I chose my husband. I adore who he is. It's an automatic that when I talk to women about it, when I was doing my research for this workshop, the interviews that I did, when I would ask other women about this, it was like I was touching a
Right.
live wire of longing that yes, there's just this automatic, whether it's being guarded or in resistance or defensive, and it erodes the goodwill of the marriage. And I've been married for 20 years and we're not going anywhere, we say, and yet emotionally, I would say we were often not in the building. We
Yeah.
were together, but it became all about the kids. It became all about the doing and the running of the household, the farm, the business. And I would say our natural goodwill as very highly conscious people. The two of us are in the healing professions. We know this stuff, and so that was even harder to be talking to each other that way, to
Right.
not really be able to be listening. It was very difficult for me to be present. I kept interrupting. I just couldn't wait until the end because this loop was in play where I really felt threatened. And I think a lot of women resonate to some flavor of that. And we're going to go into depth into that during the workshop.
For sure. I absolutely resonate as a woman in a long-term marriage, highly conscious, really smart people. Can you also share like what was the cost for you inside of that as a woman? What was the cost for you personally?
Well, absolutely. I talked about eroding our goodwill between my husband and I, between me and Dale. But I would say that from a self-worth, from a confidence, from a feeling beautiful, it really does start eroding away all of that sense of myself that I'm a good person, that I'm beautiful, that I'm attractive and sexy, that I'm um, the one for him. Starts putting crazy thoughts in my mind. It puts me up in my mind and out of my body. And so intimacy is completely blocked. And the way through. We can't force ourselves to be intimate.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do it on willpower or because I should. And I would say that's where we were getting. We were having conversations um, about co-parenting forever and loving each other forever, but maybe not being married forever. It was really
Mm-hmm.
close. Um, and so the remedy, what I love about this, the work that's filled in, thanks to the work together, this workshop has really filled in with interviews with other women and with my knowledge.
I can resonate with so much, like I can relate to so much of your saying and the cost in my life as a woman and individually, but to my family, to my future, to my
Absolutely.
sensuality and my sense of myself in the world. And also I want to be with my husband. I don't want to leave and have those conversations. Even being possible is so challenging. And so, in doing your work, I know that women working with you and the people who you have worked with, what is possible for us on the other side of this pain that we've been willing to live in. I feel like we're in some ways we've allowed ourselves to live in this. We've kind of numbed to it. But what's
Mhm.
on the other side of it? If we can shift through those shifts, like what's on the other side?
Absolutely. Sometimes it is the biggest, the biggest story of it's good enough already. It's too much work. I'm too tired. That
Right?
that complacent, settled feeling sometimes is harder to rouse ourselves and rally ourselves up through and out. But it is absolutely worth it because what I love about this approach is that it doesn't require anything from my partner. It's not about
Wow.
changing
Yeah.
my partner. It isn't about couples therapy. And I love couples therapy, but it isn't about that. It is an opportunity for a woman to wake up in the morning and feel calm and looking forward to the day, being
Mm.
in her own energy, in a neutral place of starting the day, and walking downstairs and having a calm, neutral vibe and a maintenance of that vibe, regardless of where her partner is at or what mood or what her partner's doing. So there's that. There's walking. She's going to, in walking by a mirror, wow, notice the radiance, notice the beauty, be able to see her own vitality and beauty. And her partner will be, she'll be magnetic. That's an easier way of saying it. She
Yeah.
will be magnetic because her natural essence of who she is, who he has been waiting for,
Hmm.
will be out, and he will be like the moth to the flame 100%, and she will finally feel safe to fully say yes to him, adoring her and loving her, and to passion and pleasure and excitement and joy and fun and all of those things that women are telling me that we want so much. That will be available because it will finally be safe for it to be available, for them to have that. Those are some of the things
Wow.
on
Like,
the other side um, of very good, long-standing, loving marriages that are not all the way there. And that becomes painful if we don't do something about it.
yeah, Kim, just what you're saying and how you're describing it to me is so uplifting because I just feel like, okay, well, it's possible. I can do this on my own. And that it feels like it's a natural place to be, that we've just been kind of stuck, but with the right guidance that I can find myself there, and that like a moth to the flame, we can start to open to love and be and invite ourselves. It feels very inviting, but it also doesn't require, like you said, it doesn't require my husband to do anything. Just and that just is so generous, and I'm compelled. I'm very interested in this, and I hope everyone who's listening is interested. If
Thank
you're
you.
in a long-term relationship, be it a marriage or a
Mhm.
long-term partnership that you're highly committed to, and like Kim says, you know, you've done the work and it's good, right? It's good. But we know when I know when I'm a little bit, when I'm held back, and we don't long for that. We don't long for that. This is really
Well,
exciting.
thank you so much. It is, yeah, it is a very interesting milieu that the world really needs us to be 100% alive, not 95% alive in our vitality and in our love and in our passion for the world, because that's what it's going to take, right? To move and shift the direction that we're currently heading in. And so thank you for getting that. I love what you're saying. And I also, it isn't anything that women need to learn. My gosh, we don't need to learn anymore. We learned that first in Bold and Visible with you. And the same is true inside of marriage. We already have everything. It's just that we're
Mhm.
spreading ourselves across little compartments and projects, and then not sharing and keeping it to ourselves. And we can't be full that way. And so it
Beautiful.
really is, again, just an opening of your own. We're already all of that. It is just time and support and being shown how.
Well, if you are a woman who is ready to unlock your passion and reconnect to yourself and your beloved, this I would highly, highly recommend this beautiful woman, Kim, who is exceedingly, exceedingly experienced in the world. And she is just creating now. And what I love about it, Kim, for you is that, you know, you're really kind of taking a risk here. You're stepping out of the traditional therapeutic environment. You're stepping out of, you know, the things you've done in the past to name
Yes,
the thing you're here to do. And that's so awesome. And it's the thing we need. I mean, my heart feels so open. And okay, so your
wonderful.
workshop is coming up this
Yes,
Wednesday.
this
Details, tell
Wednesday,
us the details.
March 20th, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time by Zoom. Um, It's called Unlock Your Passion. Yes, I'll be facilitating a group of fabulous women, and there is space. So we're on Zoom. So absolutely, you're welcome to come. As soon as you hear this recording, we're going to be opening the doors at 1.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so I will be sure to include a link to your workshop,
Thank you.
free workshop registration page, both when I send this out by email, when I post it on YouTube. If you're on YouTube watching this, just go down and underneath this video and you can click register and attend Unlock Your Passion and be guided through a deep experience. You don't need more information. You want to go into a deep experience in a very safe and sacred circle with Kim Alexander Kurd. And Kim, it's such a pleasure to have you in my life, in my community, in my program. I can't say enough how being with you has changed my life.
Thank you so much, Callie. Thank you, everyone, for watching.